Pegatron, which is the second largest contract manufacturer of Apple iPhones, has registered its first subsidiary in India. There are three global makers, contract manufacturers who produce Apple iPhones. One is Wistron, Foxconn and Pegatron. Now Wistron and Foxconn were already in the country and already had their manufacturing facility in India, and now good news, Pegatron is also coming into the country to manufacture the products locally. Now this clearly shows a sign that Apple is also pushing to diversify its supply chain from China, and especially at a stage like this, when Indo-China tensions are increasing a lot, plus there's heightened US-China tensions also. This shows that this will actually benefit India with as the company will expand their manufacturing capacity now in India. Now Pegatron is set to register its first subsidiary in Chennai, and now it's looking at talking to other state governments as well to see where there's land and where they can get the land, what will be the best option for them, and then in talks with the multiple state governments and to set up the factory. And once they decide on where the land will be bought, then they'll import their plants and manufacturing facilities and machineries to the country and start their production. Overall, this process will almost take around 6 months at least for the company to actually start the process and start rolling out products in the country. If you go to see India's Apple iPhone market last year was around $1.5 billion, and out of that only it was around less than $1 billion was for iPhones. In that also, only a very small percent was actually manufactured locally by Wistron and Foxconn, as they only manufactured iPhone 7 and iPhone XR. So a very, very small percentage of the products which were sold in India for iPhones were actually manufactured in India. While China, if you go to see, it's a $200 billion iPhone market over there. The revenue of Apple over there was around footprint was around $200 billion. So that is a very, very vast majority of these products were actually exported. So by this Apple is showing signs that they are diversifying to other countries as well, and will actually move their manufacturing to other countries as well. And this is a positive sign coming in after the government's push of the product linked incentive scheme of around 41,000 crores, where this attracts other companies to come into India, set their manufacturing facility into India, and this is especially for electronic manufacturing. The government is focusing on that, so that comes in with a positive move where Pegatron is setting its facility in India and will expand its manufacturing facility in India, and it will be interesting to see how this $45 billion Taiwanese contract manufacturer actually manages and what he actually produces in India.